Hello, my name is Will, and I'm working with the Legend aircraft folks to help build a network for Legend owners and prospective Legend owners to come together and collaborate and share experiences. And I want to have a quick video to kind of show you how to navigate through the site. There's also a mobile app that works almost exactly like the site. So if you watch this video, which is about 10 minutes, I think you'll understand how the site works and you'll have a much better experience. So let's get after it.
Well, let's get started walking through the site. The first time that you log in, we're going to present you with a question because we want to hear from you. We want this community or this network to be about you, right? Connecting with other owners and learning what you need. So the very first question after you log into the site is going to be, tell us what you want from this community, just so we know. Now, I just updated my profile with some profile picture and some stuff. I'm just going to scroll down here. There's a welcome section, and this first welcome article will give you a lot of good information about the site and what we intend to do with it. And so, some things to do about introduce yourself and do a post and be involved. Also, as more people join, more members will be shown right here. You can become an ambassador as you refer people to the site. And we also have upcoming events, some groups, what's popular, and then some postings. So we'll just kind of go through the site here just a little bit to give you a little bit of an idea. Up at the top left, you'll see those three little lines. If you click on those, that'll expand a menu out. There's a home page. That's kind of what we're looking at right now. So that kind of shows you how the menu works on the left-hand side, but what I want to do is take you over to the top right where you can see a picture of myself. That's your profile, and you can view your profile, and you can also edit your profile and make some changes in there. This is a network, and so this network is all about connecting you to other people. So when you put your time zone and where you live and your interests, that's going to bind you and connect you with other people in the Legend aircraft community that are doing your same thing, if you will. There's also a help button right there. If you ever need help, it'll take you right to a help website. There's some notifications here. So if you have notifications, they'll show up. Right next to that, there's a chat. So you can start a new chat with another member. You can chat with a group. It's pretty great. There's a search menu right here in the middle. And then it kind of takes us back over here to the menu where we started. There was the lines that kind of collapse and expand that menu. The white logo brings you back to the Legend Aircraft Mighty Network site. The black Legend icon takes you right to the Legend site. And depending upon when you watch this video, will actually be embedded within this top menu section of the Legend aircraft site. So let's go down through the menu options here. We have Discovery. That's kind of your go-to place to see what is new, what's been happening. So we see top posts, we see members near me, we see different topics, and we'll get into topics here in just a second. Featured posts, upcoming events, so on. So that's kind of your go-to stop when you come to the site to see what's changed. Under topics, this is probably most familiar to you in a typical forum. We've got a couple of different categories here. News, current factory builds, where Darren and team will start taking pictures and kind of putting a blog together of customers' airplanes as they come through the factory. Future Legend Cub owners. We kind of feel that there's either a Legend Cub owner or a future Legend Cub owner. So this is a good place for those kind of people to get together and kind of talk. We have a tech corner, the newsletters, and just some general Legend fun. So we can click into general Legend fun there and we could do a post of some type there. So these topics that you're seeing here are really publicly viewed. So this is kind of open to the public. But the rest of the site is a closed community where when you join the site, you'll have access to that. So members, these are just some of the few members that we have currently enrolled, and they're helping us test out the site. As we open this up, more and more people will come in, and it's really pretty cool because you can see who's nearest you, who's newest, who's just joined, how many ambassadors we have, meaning how many people have referred other people, and you can even see who's online now, which I've got 2 identities here where I'm just doing a little bit of testing with the app. Events, we've posted a few in here like Oshkosh and Triple Tree Fly-In, Texas Stole Roundup. Interests, when you go to your profile, it's going to ask you what are your interests. Like I'm kind of a classic legend Cub guy, right? Open and closed cow. Love the Super Cubs too, but kind of the slow Cub is kind of my place, so that's what I've done as my interest. But you may do something different. Maybe you're a float Cub or military or Super Cub, type. In groups, this is where, as you can see, it's all labeled as private. This is the kind of closed network where our owners are going to be in these groups, and they can have conversations and talk about different things in a way that is not made public, but is kept within the owner groups. And this is kind of the way we wanted to set it up. We wanted to have these topics that were kind of available to anyone that comes to the site and kind of whet their appetite. And as they decide to become a Legend owner and purchase an aircraft, then it will be inserted into one of these groups. Now, speaking of groups, let's kind of go into one of the groups, and you'll kind of see, look at the left-hand side of the screen right now. You'll see topics and members and events, interests, so on. When you click into a group, again, this is a closed group, not available to the public, and it's kind of a network inside of a network. So for all you Super and XL Legend owners, you're going to have kind of your own group of topics. You're going to have your own members. You're going to have your own events. But at the top, you see where it says back to network there above the menu. That takes you back to the Legend aircraft network, right? So each owner, so let's go, Combat Legend, they're going to have kind of their own little area there where you can kind of talk about your kind of airplanes, right? But you can go back to the more open network too and kind of do that. And you can also join other groups. So there's a little bit of granularity there. It's a little bit different than what you're used to with a typical forum, but it does give you a lot more focus and a lot more ability to connect with those that you're doing those kind of things. Let's just show you something. You can create a quick post, an article, a question, or a poll, or an event for this group. So a quick post is exactly that. It's like some text and a photograph, and that's about it. Now, if you want to write an article is something that you can get much more creative. So, you want to give it a title up here, and then some copy. You want to do that. Well, every time you hit return, there'll be a little plus, and you can do, add a photograph. You can add a video, and here is where you would need to have the URL from YouTube or Vimeo or something like that, a site that houses your content. You post that right there, and it pops right in. You can do some sounds, You can also do an attachment, like a file, a PDF or something like that, or you can just do a horizontal line. So that horizontal line kind of breaks your article into different sections. And when you have text, you can highlight your text and you can bold it or italicize it. You can link it to something, right? Like maybe you want to link to another site. Let's just highlight this. You can change the heading, heading 2, heading 3, You can put in parentheses, or you can put in brackets. In other words, you can make like a little box there. So there's a lot of creativity in an article that you cannot do in a quick post. You can do multiple pictures, multiple videos, things like that. If you want to ask your group a question, you can ask the question, what color do you like the best? And then you can make that a multiple choice, a hot or cold, or a percentage question, something like that. And up here at the top, you see where you can hit a topic. You could add that to one of the topics. So it's in the Combat Legend. You can see right here, the Combat Legend group, and then you can also add it to a topic. Maybe you want this to be seen outside of your group too, so you can post that to one of the other topics there. So you really get a lot of functionality here. You can also create an event. So if you know there's an event specific to your group, you can add that here as well. It's a local event. You can put in the date and time, starts, location, maybe a web page, whether you want people to RSVP or not, and post that as well. So you can do a lot of information within your own group, or you can come right back here to the main network, and you can also post an event, for everyone to see. Seminars is something that we're just starting to play with a little bit. One of the goals here with seminars is to be able to, especially for our kit builders, is to video in the factory them doing an installation of a part on the airplane and then post that video here. So, but I can also think of some other reasons for that, like how to maintain your aircraft properly, some good routine maintenance, different things. So we're going to build seminars in here as we go. The next click on the bottom is sort of like the black logo on the top. It just takes you right back to the Legend Aircraft site. And then there's some About Me right here. So I hope that was just kind of a quick overview of how to navigate the site.